Women with our friend Cathy Ulmer. That's her whole entire name, and she goes by that whole entire name. It's always fun to talk about all the things that are going on. You've got some interesting irons in the fire right now.
Yes, yeah, we are, we've talked about it before, compounding. So there's two types of compounding. There's non-sterile, which doesn't require like a hood or special situations where you have to have sterility and things like that. And then there's sterile compounding. At our lab, we do non-sterile compounding, but in order to offer more opportunities, we're partnering with a sterile lab where we'll be able to get sterile compounds from them to give to our customers.
Why is compounding so important? And just give us some
Yeah,
examples
what
of
prescriptions would fall into that category?
So as far as the sterile, in general, compounding is just more specific. So you need different like hormone replacement, or you need different like a liquid instead of a solid because you can't swallow. So compounding falls into that specialty. So for injectables, we're looking at things that are on shortage. So everybody knows
The
like
GLP-1
Ozempic
or
and
things that are
GLP-1s are trending. There's other alternatives that we may be able to make in a lab to be beneficial and cost effective.
So if I want a GLP-1, but I want to add B12 to it because I need the energy boost
Right.
or whatever, that would be something that you could compound.
It is. I mean, the GLP-1s is a little more complicated, so we can't just add something to it and say it's different.
Right.
Doesn't that need to be prescribed
I know,
by
right?
a doctor?
It does, yes.
She's over here mixing her own
She's just like, can we do this?
Yeah.
Let's put this in there.
You are kind of a bespoke pharmacy.
Yes.
I will say that.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, but what you're talking about is kind of what we're doing is looking at
Customizing.
alternatives, like other active ingredients that can do the same as what's already commercially available.
And for the people who haven't kind of been with us as we've chatted before, one of the beauties of compounding is if you've got kids, like you said, who need a different flavor or things like that. I was telling you last time my granddaughter
for
was
the
struggling
picky
with her
ones?
medicine.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it gets
Clementine was
complicated.
Where were you
struggling.
when my kids
The other day
were
we
little?
went through a kid, we started with strawberry, bubblegum, mango. We ended up with chocolate flavored.
Okay, so I can dial into that.
So, and again, if you happen to be a kitten or a cat and you
Oh my
want tuna
gosh.
flavored,
Yeah, or
Or
marshmallow.
a farm animal in some cases.
I know.
Right?
Right, so we do all that, and just this extra sterile compounding just opens up another level of things that we can specialize in for
what
patients.
would be an example of a sterile compound?
So one thing that's popular right now are, two things, are NAD, which is being used.
What does that stand for?
Nice.
Oh, maybe we shouldn't even
know
ask.
this.
Yeah,
If I can't pronounce it,
nicotinamide, I believe, is the official name of it, but it's being used for like anti-aging. It's been used for energy and also like help with your cognitive ability.
Heard that.
And then methylcobalamin. So a big thing right now is that with vitamins, some people can't methylate, which is like something that happens in your body to make it absorbable.
Interesting.
So say you're taking B12, which is the normal one over the counter, which is cyanocobalamin, you're just peeing it out.
How do you know if you can methylate?
So there's a test you can take to find out. So we can make injectable B12 as methylcobalamin, and that helps you just straight absorb it without that.
That's so cool.
Typically, will physicians refer to you to compound specific things that they may think are appropriate for different patients?
Exactly, yeah, they'll call and we'll have that big long conversation like, what can you do? And we just kind of go through like, okay, well, this is an option, and then we'll kind of together decide something that would be appropriate.
Do you do a lot with ADHD meds?
We do a little bit with ADHD. It's a controlled substance, so it's another level of compounding. So, we don't do a lot with that, but we do certain things, like I did troches for a kid.
Okay, good.
So that they could do like a chewable gummy.
Right.
As their ADHD medication.
I think just overarching talk about today is there are so many methods to get the medicine that you need.
Right.
And I mean, we think of it as a pill or a capsule, but it's limitless with
Right,
what
it's
you can
limitless
do,
because
especially-
every alternative can't be manufactured commercially and it be affordable.
And I was just going to say, and quite frankly, it's affordable.
Yeah, absolutely.
Every time you talk, we learn
We realize
something.
how specialized Ulmer
really
Pharmacy
are.
is.
Cathy
We're
Ulmer.
lucky to have
Cathy
you.
Ulmer.
Stay with us, a lot more to come here on Carolina Women.